The title of this video is inspired by the UK Minister of Technology, who has urged citizens to stop using VPNs to circumvent this Online Safety Act. Brits, your minister has spoken and I reckon you should obey. But hypothetically speaking, if you value your privacy and were to use a VPN to escape this blow on anonymity, which should you use? Well, I'll show you the only 3 that I would trust, and I will tell you why. Now, it's important to note that none of the VPNs I'll talk about are sponsors. I am not dropping any affiliate links, and this is me simply recommending what I trust and what I believe you should as well. The first I would trust the most is Mullvad VPN. And this isn't just a recommendation. It's my personal #1 choice, my daily driver, for reasons that go far beyond just marketing claims. Let me show you how it works and why it's so different. Go to their website and click Get Started, and you'll notice something unusual right away. You're not asked for an email, there are no usernames, just a button that says Generate Account Number. That number is your identity. There is no name and there is no means to track you. Next, click on Add Time to your account. Paste in your account number and you are in. That's it. You haven't given them a single piece of personal information. Now, the best part with Mullvad is payment. It lets you pay using cash by mail or cryptocurrency like Monero or Bitcoin. This simply means that your VPN subscription can exist without any digital or personal fingerprints. Most services I know would not come close to this level of anonymity. However, privacy isn't just about signups. So the real question is, what's Mullvad's infrastructure behind the scenes? Mullvad runs on hardened diskless servers. They support both WireGuard and OpenVPN. It offers multi-hop routing and even bridge modes to help users in censored countries bypass VPN blocks. Now, you might notice that Mullvad is based in Sweden, which is part of the 14 Eyes Alliance. Normally, that's a red flag, but in Mullvad's case, it's different, and this is why. Mullvad has proven multiple times that they don't keep any logs. When Swedish authorities once demanded user data, Mullvad gave them nothing. And this was because they actually had nothing. Their infrastructure is licensed that way. And they even published the entire incident on their blog, Full Transparency. So one day, if the UK government comes calling for your information, Mullvad will simply have nothing to hand over. It costs about €5 per month and it should be your go-to. Why this one doesn't get as much attention as bigger names, it absolutely should, especially if we are hypothetically serious about pushing back against surveillance like the UK's Online Safety Act. Just like Mullvad, IVPN takes a radical privacy-first approach. You don't need to provide an email, phone number, or any other personal info to create an account. You just generate a random account number. That's it. If you need to keep your payment anonymous, you can pay with Monero, Bitcoin, or even use cash by mail. Just like Mullvad, this also means that there is no payment trail that links back to your real identity. Now, this is critical if we are under assumptions that at some point there will be a crackdown on VPNs in the UK as well. But what makes IVPN strong is its trust minimization philosophy. They don't just ask you to trust them, rather they've built systems that mean you don't have to. Their apps are 100% open source, and they've undergone several independent audits. Their servers are diskless, you get no logs, there is no metadata. Even their website avoids analytic scripts that track users. Now, IVPN is based in Gibraltar, which is important. It's outside the EU and also outside the core intelligence sharing alliances like Five Eyes or 14 Eyes. Now, this reduces the chances of backdoor surveillance pressure, especially when compared to VPNs based in the US or the UK. The IVPN anti-track is a standout feature. It blocks ad networks and known trackers at the DNS level, cutting out surveillance capitalism even before it reaches your browser. Unlike Mullvad, IVPN supports multi-hop routing, meaning you can route your traffic through 2 different VPN servers in different countries, making tracing even harder. They also publish transparency reports, have a public warrant canary, and they've committed to never sell or monetize user data because, again, they don't have any. So if you're in the UK and want a VPN that is engineered for resistance, IVPN is one of the safest you can bet on. Now, I usually limit myself to these two, Mullvad and IVPN. But if for whatever reason you feel you must go with a more recognizable name, maybe you want something with a slicker UI, or maybe you're just deep into the Proton ecosystem, then ProtonVPN is one I would recommend. I've used it in the past, but these days, I don't. I personally stick with Mullvad, but Proton still earns respect for the way it blends mainstream usability with real privacy principles. First, it's based in Switzerland, one of the best jurisdictions for privacy. It's outside the 5, 9, 14 eyes alliances and has some of the strongest user protection laws in the world. That's a strong start, especially in contrast to UK-based VPNs that could fall directly under the Online Safety Act's reach. ProtonVPN, just like Mullvad and IVPN, is open source. It's undergone independent security audits, and their core infrastructure runs on bare metal, diskless servers, so far, so good. They also offer something called Secure Core, which lets you route your VPN traffic through privacy-hardened countries before exiting to the wider internet. It's like built-in multi-hop, and is great for fighting traffic correlation or surveillance level threats. Proton is also one of the few big names to have a free tier that's not just a gimmick. It's limited, yes, but it's not ad supported, and they don't log your traffic, so that's rare. But here's why it doesn't top my list. Signing up still requires emails, and payments, while they do accept Bitcoin, aren't as anonymous by default as Mullvad or IVPN. You'll also notice they lean more towards account-based infrastructure, which means you're giving them slightly more to work with. That said, Proton has proven in court that they will fight data requests, and they've published multiple transparency reports. So, while it's not as minimal or anonymous, it's still a strong, trustworthy VPN, especially for persons who need something more polished and feature-rich. Just know what you're trading. Convenience comes at the cost of a tiny bit more exposure. If you're okay with that, Proton is by far the best of the mainstream options. Outside of these three, every other VPN is a hard pass for me. Now, if you haven't seen my video on the UK Online Safety Act, I recommend you go watch it because then I explained what alternatives the government would have given if it was a government that wanted you to have your privacy or anonymity. And hey, if you want to support this channel, consider subscribing into our membership. It's one of the best ways to keep this kind of content going, free from sponsorship or outside pressure. I hope you found this video valuable. Hypothetically, if you ever needed to protect yourself from state-sponsored surveillance, now you know which VPNs give you the best real-world shots at doing that. If there is a VPN you believe is worth it and I have skipped, drop it in the comments and I'll take a look. Now remember to like this video and share it, especially with a friend in the UK. Till the next one, stay safe out there.